Hi guys, today is the 17th of April 2019, 2 minutes past midnight over here in the UK, and I just wanted to bring a quick interpretation for the 19th of April. I was looking at this scene obviously because of the Notre Dame fire, and obviously we do believe that this is the cathedral connected to that fire, but as I said in the previous video, the one before the last one, this scene, all these scenes seem to be like overlaid on top of each other. So what's happening in the foreground is then followed by something in the background, and followed by something in the background, and I think that that is giving us a like a linear passage of time. So this comes first, then this comes second, and this comes third. Now obviously the fire here, we've got the fire in the eyes of the Antichrist, and we've got the spire collapse and the church crumble, or the cathedral crumbling, which appears to be what happened in Paris, Notre Dame. And then we've got the background tsunami wave, which appears to be crashing into these buildings. As I said before, they're kind of bending over, or you get this image of the leaning tower, which obviously has a reference to Italy. And in reference to Italy, I think we're looking for a volcanic tsunami scenario in association with Stromboli and or Mount Etna. Also have an effect on a religious structure, the Vatican this time. So Notre Dame in Paris, the Vatican in Rome, Italy, and then the other one I'm looking at is St. Paul's Cathedral in London. But first, the tsunami wave, the reason I think it's going to be coming on the 19th is because if the fire in the eyes is connected with the collapse of the church here, then we've also got the fire on the beard, which is coming upwards, which would suggest fire coming from below. And obviously connections with fire coming from below is really volcanoes. So I'm thinking that's what's going to happen, a volcanic eruption causing the landslide tsunami scenario we've been talking about for so long. And the reason I think it's the 19th is, one, the tsunami wave is shaped in the letter S, and S is the 19th letter of the alphabet. And obviously if it's suggesting that this is in the background, this is in the foreground, so this happens after this happens, then obviously this happened on the 15th. We've got the S here, and that could be an indication that this will happen on the 19th. The other indication for the 19th is taken from the face of the Antichrist, or rather, to be more specific, the forehead of the Antichrist. We see the eye here, but the eye is also making up a letter, and I believe two numbers. The first is the letter A, which goes around, and you've got a line across the top there. Then you've got the number 9 encoded into it. And just on this side, it's very difficult to see on this quality of image, but there's kind of like a bright light here, that not a bright light, but a brighter coloring, which indicates that this is kind of more emphasized on the letter A, so it's kind of as another separate thing. So A19 is basically what I'm getting. When you look at that on the actual video itself, hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. So you see right here, it's just a bit lighter. Then it goes this way, the number 9 and the number A encoded in there as well. So April 19th, keep an eye out for a volcanic eruption and tsunami scenario. I believe that will be connected to the Mediterranean, Stromboli, Mount Etna, the Vatican, and Italy, that whole region really. But obviously it could be elsewhere, or it could be not at all. Just a potential warning for that potential event. And the other thing in the iPad Go-To video that appears to be pointing to the 19th, and we've done this before, is the X and the 5 in tally marks, so 15, and then the number 4, which makes 19 altogether. And then the other thing I've pointed out as well in previous videos is when you brighten the image, you can see the letter A encoded into the ground down here, and this is when it's flipped upside down, and the L or the 7 will be taken both ways. So I have literally taken them both ways. L is the number 12 and 7 is obviously number 7. 12 and 7 is 19. A19 again, a possible reference, and you've got it connected to the tsunami wave, the number 19 again. If you really want to find the A, then you can find it pretty easily just in there, or even just at this part here. So basically, A19, April 19th, 2 days time for me, 3 days time for some of you. Keep an eye out for a volcanic eruption and tsunami, or it could possibly be earthquake tsunami scenario. But A19 is definitely referenced in this scene, as I just pointed out, and also in this scene, A19S, the 19th letter of the alphabet, the tsunami wave, the leaning tower. That's my interpretation. You guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and may the Heavenly Father bless you.